Hey, everybody. Hey, everybody. This is Marshauno, your favorite life and relationship strategist, and I help Christian women that are married or in long-term relationships to stop feeling disconnected and unloved and shift you to feeling heard, understood, and appreciated. Now, I want to talk to you about you today. I know I usually talk about your romantic relationship, but today I want to talk about the most important relationship, which is the relationship that you have with yourself. I want to talk about self-care and what it looks like and why you should take it more seriously, especially if you are a busy person and you're constantly pouring into others and you usually leave yourself on the back burner. It takes a lot for you to take care of yourself. Well, I want to give you 5 reasons why you should be taking more care of yourself and what a difference it can actually make in your life as well as in your love life, but specifically your life, because many of us, we have a tendency to want to show up and be great with everybody. We want to show up and do everything. We want to show up and say yes to everybody as well as everything. But the thing is, that is just not possible to do. Because whenever you do that, you have a tendency to get burnt out or just frustrated and even annoyed because you're constantly giving. And when you're a giver, right? When you're a giver, not too many people are looking to give to you. And it's not because they don't want to give to you. It's just because you are the person that they see as being the giver. So they're naturally looking to you to give. Yeah. So it's not that they don't want to give to you. You just never seem like you're in need to get, even though we need it the most. And I say we because I'm a giver as well. And whenever I feel like I now need to receive, there are very few people there for me to get now, for me to get mine, right? I usually give. And anyway, I make sure and I find time to get myself. I give to myself. I find time to do that. For me, it is literally sitting down, doing nothing, but maybe eating and drinking a glass of wine, watching a movie, really just unwinding and doing nothing because I'm constantly running around and doing something constantly. So for me, just relaxing, saying no, taking everything off of my calendar, not answering my phone, just relaxing, being with my daughter, being with my husband, my family, but really just relaxing. Because even when I'm in the household, sometimes I'm just like, I don't feel like doing anything today. And I don't. And I do not feel bad about it because I'm constantly giving to everyone. And so I need to make time to make sure that I give to myself as well. And I'm here to ask you to do the same so you're not feeling frustrated or overwhelmed or, just want to throw in the towel because you keep giving to everybody, but you have not replenished or refilled your own cup. What more? It's a question for you. What more could you be doing to feel like your life is awesome? Beautiful question. What more could you be doing for yourself to feel like your life is awesome? And I say awesome. I didn't say good. I said awesome because many of us will do what's needed to be done, right? We do what's needed to be done for everybody, for our careers or job or co-workers or husband or wife or children or child, everybody that's pulling and tugging at you, but you have yet to do something that would make your life awesome. So do you want to literally not only go and taste wine, do you want to open up a wine bar, for example? I was listening to a guy speak about his dreams, and he was just very, very nervous about saying that he wanted to go and open up a wine bar because he thought that the person he was speaking to was going to judge him or laugh about what his dream was. But for him, that was one of the most awesome things that he could be doing in his life, to feel fulfilled, to feel satisfied, to feel like he was showing up and giving and being who he needed to be. What can you, now that's that question for you. What could you be doing more of to feel like your life is awesome? That's the first question I want you to ask yourself. The second question is, when will you consistently, not sometimes, consistently do the things that scare the mess out of you? Most people throw in the towel. Most people give up when things get hard, or they don't know which way to go or which is the next step. They just give up. They stop doing it. Or if they don't see examples around them, they stop doing it. Or you have to keep going when it scares you. And that's when you know that you're on the right path anyway. It's when you're doing something that scares you, when you're doing something that gets you out of your comfort zone, because that is the growth that you're looking for. That's the growth that you're seeking, even though you're scared. But here's the thing. Come on in here, listen. The thing is, you are not alone in that. Each and every time you step out and do something new, there's going to be some fear behind it that you must conquer in order to keep growing, because your brain is going to tell you not to do that thing, because your brain is trying to keep you safe. But we know that there are not a lot of things that are really, really, really like detrimental to our lives nowadays. Like when the dinosaurs were around, where you had to always, look around for what's actually happening. Which beast was going to try to eat you. Our lives are not that dangerous that now, right? So even though we know logically that we're not going to die if we do that thing, we still allow fear to hold us back and keep us crippled. So when are you going to consistently, not sometimes, do the things that scare you consistently? When? That is the next thing I want to ask you, because this is going to really help you with your self-care and just doing the things and experiencing things and creating the moments that you can look back on and be like, yeah, I did that. Man, I had a great time. I want to do it again. Or maybe I want to take somebody with me to do X, Y, and Z, right? So we have these experiences and moments that we can build upon and really, really realize that I actually have the power to control and build a really good life. So why don't I do more of that? So now, why don't you do more of that? Do that more often. The third question I want to ask you is, what if you tackled every tough conversation, no matter how uncomfortable it made you? How much better would your relationship be with yourself? How much better would your relationship be with your loved one? How much better would your relationship be with your spouse? How much better would your relationship be with your child or children if you actually tackled each and every one of those tough conversations? How much closer could you feel with your spouse? How much closer could you feel to your child or children? How much better would you feel about tackling those tough conversations within yourself? How much joy could come from that? How much open and honesty can come from that? You being vulnerable and just open and just, you know what? I hate the way that this is making me feel. I hate that we're in this place. Let me take responsibility for what I did and what I was doing. I'm sorry. I really want our relationship to be good. And you can have that conversation with yourself, literally. How much better would it be if you tackled every uncomfortable conversation? The fourth question to think about: what if you said enough is enough and took action? How much better would your life be if you said yes to yourself more often? Yeah. If you said enough is enough and just took action, and this is in every area of your life, took action with doing the things that you want to accomplish for yourself, your goals, your aspirations, your dreams, and just took one action a day. Or maybe yours is your relationship. and you really want to turn everything around, but you just don't know what to do. Do something. Take one action a day. One action a day. That's 365 actions per year. Tell me how different your love life could be if you actually took 365 actions, one action per day, per year. How much different? How can you change around your entire life in every area of your life if you took one intentional action every day? So say, for instance, you have 3 areas that you want to tackle. You want to tackle your finances, you want to tackle your love relationship, but you also want to tackle your self-care. 3 areas. So now it's 365 in this one, 365 in that one, and 365 in that one. Imagine what your finances could look like if you took one intentional action every single day. Imagine what your love life could look like if you took one intentional act every day. Imagine what your self-care and how you would feel every day if you took 5 to 10 minutes out of your day just to care for yourself. If that means cutting off your phone for 5 to 10 minutes and no distraction. Maybe that's your meditation time. Maybe that's your prayer time. Maybe that's just your thought process to say, okay, this is what I'm actually going to do this week. I'm going to work on this thing every day for the next 7 days. Imagine how those 3 areas can change your entire life around. How much better you would feel, how much more accomplished you would feel, and how much closer you would be with yourself, you would be with your spouse, and even with your finances, because now you would have a better handle on where you need to allocate funds, what you need to stop doing, which credit cards need to be paid off first, the debt, etc. You would have a better handle on all that, and you would really feel good about yourself, of getting yourself out of debt, as well as building your credit score, maintaining and even deepening your love life, your relationship, and taking care of yourself. 365 days, each one of those things. And I'm challenging you to do just that. Pick 3 areas in your life that you know could change your life. If you're just intentional by saying enough is enough, and just taking action every single day in those 3 areas. What could your life look like? Let me know down in the comment section below. What could your life look like? The 5th and final area. What if you were more present with your kids, with your spouse, and even with yourself? How much different could your entire life be? How much more abundant would you feel by taking care of those areas, by being more present with your children, by literally just sitting there and doing whatever